So, dating the Cancer woman. This is probably part five, y'all. I know I said I was gonna put a number on the last one, but please, for anyone who just listening and coming into this channel, if you're looking for other material based upon things that you want to hear, that you desire to hear, check the search engine of the YouTube channel and place the keywords inside of the engine of the channel, not of YouTube, but of the channel, my channel, and certain videos will pop up according to your keywords. It's surprising to know how many people didn't know that. But here nor there, this is not to criticize or judge anyone. I'm just trying to give you a tool that can help benefit you because I've learned this as well when I first started YouTube, because so many people would come on and say, can you do this video? Can you do this video? And when I had mistakenly did a video 2 and almost 3 times, I was like, wait a minute, I did a video just like this before. And I was like, well, how does it go? How do I find it? So I found out by accident when I first started. So that's a pointer for you to find out some things to hear about that might already be here to make both our lives simpler. So with the Cancer woman, right? Okay, so I'll start here. The 50th law of power is still something that's strongly in effect, with Cancer woman, Pisces man, and this occurs when, I can't pinpoint it of exactly why the Cancer woman does this. If it's just a Cancer thing, period. Perhaps the shyness overwhelms them to where they're like, okay, this might be turning into something more deeper than it was supposed to be. But not even than it was supposed to be, right? This is how Cancer women operate, if you ask me, is that this is what they wanted. And it's like, careful what you ask for, you just might get it. These are the things that they wanted, that they desired, and then when it comes, they're like, oh shit, it's actually happening. Like, oh shit. To whatever extent, it's not even to the fullest yet. You know what I mean? But just to see that type of progress or what they intuitively felt transpire, they're like, oh shit, let me get out of here. That's one thing I feel anyway, intuitively, of why they do the 50th law of power. Other things may be relative to their home life, and I'll explain to you why. I'm under the impression that Cancer woman is dealing with the transition taking place inside of the sign of Cancer, which immediately relates to the 4th house, because the sign Cancer has pretty much all of its characteristics that describe the sign placed inside of its house, where other signs have an additional amount of characteristics that sometimes are not even associated with the house that they naturally are under. So it's very direct with Cancer. And within this last 2 years, with the North Node being in Cancer, I think they're going under the strongest transformation as individuals. And whether they care to share that with everyone is their business. But what they share with Pisces is the things that give them insight. They look to Pisces, man, for insight and intuition into things that they want to know, that they may not know, or even some things that they feel they already do know, and they just want some confirmation from an intuitive partner. They lean on Pisces for that. And I don't call it being an opportunist. I call it as I see it. You know what I'm saying? Someone being wanting to be in the know when understanding that they're under some type of transformation that they may not be in immediate control over, because their feelings can get the best of them, right? So then they gotta actually use logic instead of instincts sometimes, which is not, Cancer doesn't want to do that naturally, but they understand what's taking place. And what I mean by taking place is, like I said before in other videos, that when planets go through, and this is a KRS point, just so I give credit, when planets are traveling through Aquarius, they behave like they're in Cancer. So the things that are happening with all of the things associated to the sign Aquarius impacts the sign of Cancer. It impacts them directly. So this can be seen as a plus, because it's like, oh, now I got 2 signs, I got 2 houses, right? It can be that way, but at the same time, they can be impacted in a different way. So I'll give you an example. Like, Cancer is known for the 4th house, which is family life, right? However, with the transit, and this is what I've picked up through having conversation of them asking me questions to feel out the psychic and intuitive part of what's actually happening right now. With the fourth house consisting of family members, the Cancer has to actually understand how to become an individual apart from their family members. So it's on one hand where they already are used to being in cahoots with their family. They're under some type of pressure because now they have to learn how to survive without them instinctively, and how to even get through the day without necessarily making them primacy. And how simple can that be when you're attached to your family, right? So, and this may even come down to the children. I'm not even sure of the full extent of what this Aquarius age is asking for yet. I don't totally know. But what I do know is that like this census that's occurring right now is probably the biggest census since Deuteronomy. I think that's the fifth book in the Bible or some shit like that. Where Deuteronomy is basically a census that was taking place back in the Egyptian days when the slave trade was about to occur. So this census this year is very what's that word, pivotal to what's happening, what's already in play that some of us may not be in the know about. So you got to understand the type of pressure that comes from family oriented people when this is occurring and you don't absolutely know and are naturally built to deal with this logically. You're naturally built to deal with this instinctively, as Cancers are. So that's one thing I've picked up on dating a Cancer woman as of late. And for those Cancer women who are not necessarily close to their family members to the point of relying on them, or and this could be financially, spiritually, emotionally, whatever the case may be. They're used to taking care of themselves. There's still a need for the Aquarius age to place the individual inside of a group or a network. And if that's not the exact family members, then who is it? You understand what I'm talking about? Who is their groups of networks of people that they're going to be associated with and that they feel comfortable? Because Cancers, this is what I'm learning. Cancer women, they don't fuck with everybody like that. It may look like that, and when it does look like that, it's on the surface because play nice, you play not even nice, that's the wrong word, but you play along to get along, and then you get what you need to secure the bag, so to speak, or to secure your family, secure your home life. And if Cancer women can exist within that realm, they don't have to go all out and be here, be there, and do all of that. It's not a necessity. So this whole new let's be social, let's be in these gatherings, let's be in these groups. If they're not feeling like clans or tribal type groups, then Cancer woman is like, what the fuck is this? Like, this shit is kind of icky. Like, because they know intuitively what that can breed from other individuals who don't necessarily like them, and then they're like acting like they like them, and they're like, this bitch don't even like me, like she don't fuck with me like that, this bitch is fronting, like they be knowing, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, they know how to play along to get along, just to get what's supposed to be gotten. But this is not the ideal thing for these women when the age that is upon us is consisting of this on a continuous basis. You understand what I'm saying? So Cancer women, for me, in my experience, are in preparation mode. I'm saying a lot without saying the details because that's important to me anyway, but this is what Cancer women are pretty much in preparation mode when dating the Pisces. So the same way that Pisces men feel maybe even neglected in some type of sense, because one minute they're here and then the next minute they're gone. They may leave an explanation of why, they may not. You can reach out to them, they won't reply back. and then they just pop up whenever they feel like popping up. I guess it's an intuitive thing as well. But don't get it twisted. They are learning the Pisces man during this process. So it's kind of like Pisces men do this selective memory thing. And I don't know about all Pisces men, but I know I'm capable of doing this. Like I want to date the parts of you that I want to date. Like it's selective, and I don't want to date the other parts. Like if you go out hunting ducks and I'm against animal cruelty, like I don't want to hear your day about slaughtering fucking ducks. Like get the fuck out of here. You go talk to your duck hunting buddies about that shit, and we talk about other shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. But you know, that's kind of how like the Cancer is moving, like on this in and out type of thing. So I guess they're learning the Pisces, and they're almost like mimicking their behavior in the same type of way, so that they're not a burden. They're only picking up the things that they need for survival from the Pisces man, and then they're going out and doing whatever they're doing. They're not telling the Pisces man. They don't, put it this way, they're not detailing what they're doing to the Pisces man. And like I said, Pisces man, you may feel neglected by this, but it's probably for your best interest as well, because the more you know in the moment, the more it brings you into their everyday lifestyle. And you know how Pisces can like take people on as projects, and like the next thing you know, Pisces is behind on this and behind on that, and their life starts unraveling and crumbling because they're paying too much attention to their significant other or their lover. So I've picked up on this too. The Cancer woman knows this shit, and this is the sharp Cancer woman, by the way, because there's some Cancer women that I see and that I know I just got this feeling that they're gonna need me later on, because they seem oblivious to this, and I think it's a generational thing. And this is not even across the board of generations either, because I've seen other Cancer women do very well in this type of thing that's missing that I'm trying to say, but others who don't. But so they're having more of a struggle to actually communicate what it is that they're going through in regards to what's going on right now. But we're both intuitive, you know what I'm saying? I can see it even though they don't communicate it to me. I still keep tabs. I still know how to keep tabs. Like even if I can't see you on social media, I can see you in my dreams if I'm supposed to, if that makes any sense. So, you know, but their ability to come in and out that way keeps the Pisces partner in a position to where he remains fresh. Because when you remain fresh with the bright ideas and the pep in your step that's needed for everyday life, that is devoid of attachments, because you got to remember, Cancers are an attached type of sign. So they're detaching as a form of like a defense mechanism so that they don't get lost and do the same thing that a Pisces can do when we take people on as projects. So the fresher that we are for them when they do come back into connection with us, it brings them new insight, it brings them new intel that is helpful for them. So it's interesting that I'm saying this way, right? Because if you've heard me talk about Aquarius type things before, I tell you how Aquarius are the opportunists of the zodiac sign. And this is exactly of the description that I'm giving of the Cancer woman right now. So you can automatically see how this syncing of Aquarius and Cancer is occurring on more levels than one. It's occurring on more than just the planets moving through Aquarius and behaving, translating into Cancer in the fourth house. It's touching many different levels of everything that's associated with both of these signs. This results into a type of patriotism that is upon us that can't fully be explained. Well, it probably could be fully explained right now, but for me, it's just too early to confirm everything that I'm thinking. A lot of it is theory for me. It's definitely along the lines of patriotism, though, of home life. And it might just be a fleeting moment because the North Node is in Cancer. However, I doubt it. I feel like this past 2 years is going to stick with us so hard and for so long to come that we really need to pay close attention as April comes in and fizzles out, and then May comes in with the North Node going. So that's all I got for now, y'all. One. Hope y'all learned something.